Okay, here is the Chapter 12a review. Question 1. Write an explicit rule for the nth term of the sequence. Then find the 8th term. So the explicit rule is the one that looks a little bit more like a normal formula. So first we have to figure out what's going on with each equation. So this first one, we are subtracting 4. So that is our common difference. So we are going to do negative 4 times n minus 1 plus the first term, 14. Now for the 8th term, we're going to do negative 4, 8 minus 1 plus 14. So negative 4 times 7 plus 14. So 4 times 7 is negative 28 plus 14, negative 14. Question B, the pattern going on here is that it is multiplying by 3 times 3. So that is the rate or ratio. So we've got the starting term, 1/3. Sorry, I hit a button here. Alright, so 1/3 times the rate, 3, to the n minus 1 power. If you want to put parentheses around that, you can. Now we've got 1/3 times 3 to the 8 minus 1. So 1/3 times 3 to the 7th. Alright, so in my calculator, 3 to the 7th is 2,187 times 1/3 is 729. Alright. Question 2. Write a recursive rule for the sequence. So recursive rule has the two parts. So A0 equals, and then you put down the first term. I will say sometimes they'll say A1 as well. That's an A, not a 9. I will not be picky if you do A1 or A0. So you just write down the first term, and then AN, we've got this AN minus 1. Remember, that's all one thing all together. And then we're subtracting 5, so minus 5. So you have to have both of those parts to get this answer correct. If you only have the bottom part, you will not get full credit. Alright, page 2. The images below show the 3 stages of a fractal. So a fractal is when something keeps breaking in smaller and smaller and smaller pieces. So like the next one would have even more circles in the little circles here. The images below show the first 3 stages of a fractal. Question A. List the number of new circles for each of the first 6 stages. So there were 4 new circles, and I'm going to zoom in for a second here. So if we kept going, I'd have 2 in each of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, and then hopefully we can see the pattern here. It just keeps doubling. So then 16 and 32. Is the sequence you wrote arithmetic, geometric, or neither? Well, it is multiplying by the same amount every time, so it is geometric. Multiplying. Let AN be the number of new circles in the nth stage. Find a rule for AN. So they don't tell you what kind of rule. You can do explicit or recursive. Both are fine. I like explicit better. I'm going to go with that. So AN, and then A1 was 1. The rate, what it's multiplying by, is 2. and then n minus 1. Find the number of new circles in the 9th stage. So a 9, we would plug in a 9 for n. And so 2 raised to the 8th, and then times 1, 256. Your doctor prescribes an antibiotic to help fight an infection. You take a 30 milligram dose each hour. Throughout the hour, your body metabolizes or removes 60% of the antibiotic. Write a recursive rule that represents the number of milligrams of the drug in your system after each dose. All right, so this one is a combination. You are multiplying and adding because you keep taking more of the medicine every hour. So remember, rate equals 1 plus or minus the percent. So is this growth or decay? Well, it says it removes, so we're going to go with decay. So R equals 1 minus 0.6, R equals 0.4. Now, our recursive rule, we're going to have A0 be 30, that very first dose we take. And then AN, we're going to do 0.4 times AN minus 1. That's an A. And then plus 30 for the new medicine we take. Will you ever have 55 milligrams of the drug in your system? So to answer that question, we want to find a few of the terms in the sequence and kind of see how much of the drug we're going to have. So A0 is 30. A1, I'm going to put in my calculator. And remember, this is the one where if you type in just 30, enter, and then type in the times 0.4 and plus 30 in a separate line, you can just keep hitting enter. So 42, and then 46.8, and then 48.7. I'm just going to hit enter a bunch of times here. And it keeps getting closer and closer to 49.9. Oop, not 5. So it's going to 50 milligrams. Will you ever have 55 milligrams? No, because the level of, we're not going to change that, the amount of medicine. Medicine levels off at 50. All right, that is our review, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.